What is Philodendron mamei? Philodendron mamei, also known as silver cloud or blotched philodendron, is an extraordinary ornamental plant that captivates plant enthusiasts with its massive heart-shaped leaves adorned with delicate silvery dust patterns. Native to the lush rainforests of Ecuador, this tropical treasure belongs to the esteemed Araceae family, which comprises over 500 different species. The unique and elegant appearance of the Philodendron mamei, along with its air-purifying qualities, makes it a highly sought-after decorative houseplant. The most captivating aspect of Philodendron mamei is undoubtedly its stunning foliage. The large heart-shaped leaves are generously sprinkled with a silvery dust pattern, earning it the poetic name silver cloud. The intricate venation running deep into the leaves gives them a pleated appearance, adding to their allure. The beauty of this plant is unparalleled, making it a show-stopping addition to any indoor space. See more 623 species in genus Philodendron at monsteraholic.com. How to care for Philodendron mamei. Here's a guide to keep it thriving. Light, bright, indirect sunlight is ideal. This allows the plant to maintain its beautiful variegation and promotes healthy growth. Avoid strong direct sunlight, which can scorch the leaves. Lower light conditions can be tolerated, but the variegation may become less pronounced and the growth might be slower. Watering. Water moderately, allowing the top inch of soil to dry out slightly between waterings. Overwatering is a major threat to Philodendron mamei. Here's a simple way to check moisture: stick your finger into the top inch of soil. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. Water thoroughly until water runs out the drainage holes. Discard any drainage water to prevent the plant from sitting in water. Soil and drainage. Well-draining soil is essential. A good quality potting mix formulated for aroids or indoor plants works well. You can also create your own mix using potting soil, perlite or orchid bark, for extra drainage. Ensure your pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Humidity. Moderate to high humidity is beneficial. While it can tolerate average household humidity levels, dry air can cause brown, crispy leaf edges. You can increase humidity by misting the plant occasionally with lukewarm water, avoiding the center of new growth. Using a pebble tray filled with water, ensure the pot sits above the water level. Grouping your Philodendron mamei with other humidity-loving plants. Using a humidifier. Fertilizing. Fertilize sparingly during the growing season, spring and summer, only. Apply a balanced liquid fertilizer diluted to half strength once a month or a slow-release fertilizer formulated for houseplants according to package instructions. Avoid over-fertilizing, as it can damage the roots. Temperature. Warm temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 27 degrees Celsius, are ideal. Protect your plant from cold drafts and sudden temperature fluctuations. Additional tips. Wipe the leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust and improve light absorption. Avoid harsh chemicals or cleaning products. Philodendron mamei is a vining plant. You can allow it to trail freely or provide support for it to climb, such as a moss pole or trellis. Pruning is not essential but can be beneficial to maintain size and shape or encourage bushier growth. Use sharp, sterilized pruning shears when pruning. You can propagate new plants from stem cuttings. Watch out for common houseplant pests like mealybugs and spider mites. Neem oil solution or insecticidal soap can be used for control if needed. How to propagate Philodendron mamei. Propagating Philodendron mamei can be done through stem cuttings, which is a relatively straightforward process. I typically select a healthy stem with several leaves and make a clean cut just below a node using sharp, clean scissors or pruning shears. Then, I remove any lower leaves to expose the node where roots will develop. The cutting is then placed in a container filled with moistened potting mix or water, ensuring that the node is submerged. I keep the cutting in a warm, humid environment with indirect sunlight and mist it regularly to maintain moisture levels. With time, roots will emerge from the node, and the cutting can be potted up into its own container. Is Philodendron mamei a climber? Philodendron mamei is not typically considered a climber like some other members of the Philodendron genus. Instead, it tends to have a more compact growth habit, with its leaves spreading outward rather than climbing or vining. However, it may benefit from some support or a trellis to help it maintain an upright form as it grows. Common problems. Root rot. Overwatering or poorly draining soil can lead to root rot, which is characterized by yellowing leaves, wilting, and a foul odor. To prevent root rot, ensure that the pot has drainage holes, and water the plant only when the top inch of soil is dry. Adjust your watering frequency accordingly. Leaf browning or yellowing. If the leaves of your Philodendron mamei start turning brown or yellow, it may indicate various issues such as underwatering, overwatering, too much direct sunlight, or nutrient deficiencies. Evaluate your watering routine, adjust the light exposure, and consider fertilizing the plant with a balanced houseplant fertilizer to provide the necessary nutrients. Pests. Common pests that can affect Philodendron mamei include spider mites, mealybugs, and aphids. Regularly inspect the plant for signs of pests, such as webbing, sticky residue, or visible insects. If you notice an infestation, isolate the plant and treat it with appropriate insecticidal soap or horticultural oil according to the product instructions. Leaf spots or fungal diseases. Philodendron mamei is susceptible to fungal diseases, which can manifest as dark spots or patches on the leaves. To prevent fungal issues, avoid overwatering, ensure proper airflow around the plant, and avoid splashing water on the leaves. If you notice signs of a fungal disease, remove the affected leaves and consider applying a fungicide following the instructions. Leggy growth. Insufficient light can cause your Philodendron mamei to develop long, leggy stems with sparse foliage. If you notice excessive stretching or weak growth, move the plant to a brighter location or supplement its lighting with a grow light to encourage compact and healthy growth. Philodendron mamei versus Plowmanii. Philodendron Plowmanii and Philodendron mamei exhibit notable differences in their characteristics. Plowmanii showcases pronounced contrasts, featuring prominent veins, a well-defined heart shape, silver streaks, and a petiole with winged edges. Conversely, Philodendron mamei displays a more uniform appearance, with smaller veins, an elongated shape, scattered silver patterns, and a straightforward petiole structure. Philodendron mamei versus Sodiroi. Philodendron Sodiroi, on the other hand, feels a touch more sophisticated. Its leaves are larger and have a smoother texture, with a beautiful, deep green sheen. It's a vigorous climber, putting out new growth constantly. I love watching the new leaves unfurl, their reddish tinge slowly giving way to the classic Sodiroi green. Both plants are relatively easy to care for, but the mamei's smaller size makes it a great choice for areas with less space, while the Sodiroi's dramatic size makes it a real statement piece.